especially with the self-development we do and everything, right? I think sometimes it just becomes like, second nature with the way we act and the way we respond to stuff, right?
Yes.
And it's always expected. I mean, I'm not going to react to the way you want me to react to whatever situation it is.
Yes.
But having to sit down in that moment and show gratitude to how you responded to that situation,
yes,
it's pretty big.
It is.
Oh man, especially at work, man. I mean, encountering people, especially what we do with culture, how people treat us, and it's not even the same or close to the way we treat them. But
yes,
for us to, me personally, to just still have that, number one, that love for them, it's like, no feelings hurt, nothing. Like, I'm not gonna respond or react to the way you treat me.
yes.
And then even at work, where it's like, okay, I know 1, 2, and then boom, the game is over, right?
Yes.
I can end this right here and now, right?
Yes.
But to just have that self-restraint and let everything play out, and then the artistry of allowing, right?
Yes. Yes.
Let it play out, and oh man, the artistry of allowing, and in that moment, right, is just being able to show gratitude definitely shows the level of growth you've done personally for yourself.
Yes, I mean, because there's virtue in what you just said. Showing a level of restraint is what cultivates the character, right?
Mm.
That's what gives virtue to the principle of, true power, true character, right? Like true development is being able to cultivate that restraint.
Wow.
And being able to exercise, like you cultivate the restraint, but then be able to exercise the restraint in any given moment.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yes.
Because you understand what's on the other side of that restraint. And especially what is on the other side of that restraint, especially when it's going to be, or it could potentially be projected against an object or a subject that pretty much stands no chance, right?
Yes.
So then there's no honor in that, right? Like one level of operation and one level of being and understanding is to find pleasure and celebration in, oh, I did this, I did that, and this person came at me, so I did X, right? And so I don't criticize or judge people when they portray that, because I realize, okay, that's where you're at in your level of development.
Yes.
But then there's another, like we said, there's other levels. And that's why we said, when we started this conversation on gratitude, when you get to another level, you realize that the true power and true self-mastery is in exercising restraint in face of other actions, right? That you could possibly take.
Yes.
And allowing the situation to either unfold or just, diffuse itself, right? Like naturally. And there's a balance in doing that too. But to me, that's where the true virtue lies, right? And then the other levels to that is, there's times when you exercise restraint and then you walk away with the mentality of, man, I should have, I could have, man, don't this person know, right? Next time I'm going to X, right? That's a good level of growth. The fact that you at least had the restraint, but then there's another level of growth where the situation itself has no emotional impact or response or trigger from you. You just in the face of it, like, okay, right, okay, well, thank you, oh yeah, you got it, and then you walk away. And you can, turn and move on to the next thing without second thought of of any memory or of any impact, a lasting impact of this situation, because you were never connected to it in the first place. And that's, and that's when we talk about the artistry of life, and the becoming, that I think those are the different, aspects and the different levels that we are aspiring to be in every and all situations, and aspiring everyone to be, because to me that's the only way you cultivate the true peace and the true world and environment, societies and relationships that you really want to see.
Make sure to subscribe and like our podcast, all right?